The law says that on my 55th birthday, I'm entitled to make partial withdrawals from my pension funds. And
providing the plan allows for it.
On my 55th birthday.
So the law also states when it comes to pension legislation that you are allowed to make drawdown withdrawals or partial withdrawals, depending which way you go, providing the plan and the terms and conditions of the plan allow for that withdrawal. If they don't...
If you're telling me that your terms and conditions don't allow that, then I will, when I report it to the Financial Ombudsman, I will be reporting that I've been forced to close this policy down. I will not receive, as far as I'm concerned, because I was told I would receive what loyalty bonus I would receive on that, and I will be given that in email. I've not received that either.
Okay.
Another part of the complaint.
Do you mind if I check your email address? Because I can see my colleague sent an email.
Your colleague has sent 2 emails.
Yeah.
Both of them went into the spam, which I told them. They both went into the spam. And if you look at them, they're both exactly the same email, telling me to shut the P policy down, transfer everything into the S policy, and then I don't even know if it then says about making a withdrawal. So I'm not doing that.
So I'll read the email, just make sure we're speaking about the same one. He's put, "Dear Mr. Holt, as per our telephone conversation earlier today, you've asked us to take a partial payment from your policy with us, P05215678. The facility to do this is not available under your current plan. The reason for this is that the system the pension currently sits on cannot facilitate partial withdrawals. If it were physically possible, we would do it. As was discussed with my colleague yesterday, we are happy to transfer this plan free of charge to your other plan, SP, and then the policy number, in order to be able to do this. In addition to this, I can see there's currently a basic annual fund charge on your P05215678 plan of 1%. However, within your SP 3047004 plan, the basic annual fund charge is 0.75%. Providing you're happy to proceed, here are the details as to how you can...
So in other words, you're putting me into a lower fund. You're basically halving.
No, so the fund charge is...
If the B plan is 1 point whatever it is, and the S 1%. Plan is paying out 0.7 whatever.
It's the fund charge, sir. So the fund charge is in what we charge you. So it's
the fund charge.
Yeah, well, 0.25% less on that one. But I still, and I appreciate your frustration, because this isn't the first time I've dealt with this sort of complaint, because you're right. The government does say you are able to make withdrawals from policies at 55 to the extent of partial withdrawals. However, what they don't make very clear is it's dependent on the terms and conditions of the policy. Now, I'll log your complaint. In addition to the email that you've received from my colleague Francis, what else would you like me to include in an email if that wasn't sufficient for you?
I want to know what's happening to my loyalty bonus and what there will be in my loyalty bonus on the P plan.
Okay.
And again, if you're stating that I'm asking, and all I've asked for is that Aviva confirm that the law says that I cannot withdraw, make a partial withdrawal from this P plan. The law of the land. I don't care what Aviva's policy and procedure states. I'm asking for the law of the land. Because if I'm forced to close this policy and it turns out, as you're saying, the law's not clear, and it turns out that I didn't need to close this policy and I could have withdrawal, it's just Aviva are stopping me because they're going to make less profit, and that's why they want me to close it, and that's why it's not in part of the terms and conditions, then I'm going to be reporting it.
Okay, fine. I'll draft you up a further email. What it will say is something along the lines of, although certain policies will facilitate you to be able to take drawdown payments at age 55, this is entirely dependent on the terms and conditions of the policy. The policy you have was created prior to the new legislation coming into force, allowing you to make these types of partial withdrawals, and therefore the policy doesn't facilitate it. That is the extent of what we'll be able to provide, because that is the fact. This policy will not allow you to do it. In order to access it, you need to transfer. Now, you're going to withdraw my loyalty bonus. Only if you decide to transfer. And again, I will include this, absolutely I will. And it's dependent on if you make a decision on that fund prior to 65. Now, you are still entitled